All right, seems like we're live right now. You forgot to run the intro, man. Anyway,
I
what's
forgot
up,
to run the
guys?
intro. I'm gonna run it now. I'm gonna tell the story afterward why I forgot the intro because this is
Yeah.
so. Let's
All
go.
right,
One, two,
beautiful,
three.
beautiful people. How's it going?
All right, that was
That's
messy
that's
as well.
that's that's a legendary opening right there. So we're gonna have to cut that part. People, I'm pretty sure people is gonna take that first part. They're gonna create shorts of it. They're gonna upload it anyway. So
That's
it's
it.
out there.
How
The
how we messed
internet
up with
never
it.
forgets.
Exactly. How you
All
doing,
right,
mate? You're right.
beautiful. I'm good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Michael was doing an interview actually for a funded trader and decided to get out of the trading room. It literally 30 seconds before we're supposed to be starting. So I blame
That's
Michael.
great timing. Great timing.
Yeah. But yeah, man, let's get going. I haven't been here for a long time, so I've been away, and you've taken the ropes and everything. So how's it going for you now? You've taken over the trading room for the fivers.
Man, I love it. I love it. The community here, you guys amazing. By the way, let me know where you guys are from. Let me know in the comments where you guys from. I know we have a very big global community. No, man, I mean, the community here at the Fivers is very, very positive vibes. Like the really, really good people here in the comments. So I love it. And yeah, we got something good going here. I believe this is my third week now doing this, and I'm very excited to have you back. It's going to be amazing to have you here, join me in these, and yeah, just look at the markets and
We've got some
see if we
people.
can make some money.
Yeah, man. What have you been thinking about Bitcoin? Because I've been looking at Bitcoin. It is dropping at the moment. Looking at that
Yeah,
it's going to go to the 30s, I reckon.
probably. Let's see if we can. Let's pull up Bitcoin here. 30s, you think? Yeah, I mean,
The
you look at that level, and
top
you're
of the
like, yeah,
range.
that's a perfect level. But
Yeah, top of the range, maybe, retest the top of the range or
yeah, let's go to the weekly here. I mean, the weekly is just really, really good looking here on at the 30K level here. I think, for me, the problem I'm having with Bitcoin is like, yeah, you wait for those perfect levels, but Bitcoin very rarely hits the perfect level, right? But yeah,
it depends on the time frames. I think there's for some reason with crypto, I think it's those psychological levels a lot of people are looking at. And I think because it's such a speculative market, everybody are looking for those certain levels in those certain areas. And to be honest, the round numbers and these certain big levels as well are perfect things for people just to, algos and all these types of things as well to be using. But yeah, we'll see. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. All we can do is just trade what we see. So
exactly. But you're saying if we break these lows here, you're saying you're looking at 30K, like the general area around 30K.
if it gets there, I'm filling up some bags on a lot of my
Oh
altcoins.
yeah,
I'm also in some good positions with Solana, Dot.
nice.
What's that for my Solana, Dot, FTM, which I love FTM. FTM's on fire. And we'll see if it gives me an opportunity to get into so this is like beautiful consolidation, just a great place
Yeah.
just to start, just accumulate, just
Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is what you want to see in an altcoin, right? When you have the signs of like a general, bull market, this is what you want to see, because people, like, you watch this and I mean, we got almost 200% all the way up here. So, and that is
yeah,
far from impossible. I mean, when altcoins start running, this is the type of structure you
yeah.
want to see. I like that. I like that.
If it breaks out it's got to break out of obviously that accumulation though, so it's going to take a long time, and it could go all the way up, all the way back down to those lows. But that's a brilliant place to just keep buying, especially if you're buying spot and you haven't leveraged yourself and you're not struggling because you've over leveraged and you're not worried about it. You can just set and forget, and you can just look at the weekly and the daily. You can sleep at night. It's really super easy.
Yeah, I think when it comes to altcoins, I think one of the like a really good way of trading altcoins is just looking at the charts like this. So you have the upper chart is Solana and the lower chart is FTM. Now they look very similar, but one has already broken out. So I
Yeah.
think yeah, this is, and it's like almost exact same type of structure. We have that resistance. Let's see how far, like, yeah, Solana like made a 2x to that level. And then on FTM we would have like something similar, and it's yeah, about like 60% more gains on that one. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer to at least have. I guess we
A little.
should we should say for something important here. We have a, obviously this is not financial advice, so if I'm telling you guys I'm going in on FTM, don't take that as a buying opportunity, because most likely you
We'll
follow
lose
me.
everything.
Yeah, you lose everything.
Absolutely. And more on these crypto coins that lose 90% in less than a
Yeah,
year.
because what I do is I take out a big fat loan and go all in.
Yeah.
So so that's
Yeah.
probably not the best idea.
Remortgage. Yeah. That's how it
Yeah, I
is.
mean, why not? Why not? We're professionals.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got to be
don't
done.
take don't take loans. Don't take loan, guys. Don't remortgage your house or some shit like that. So please don't do that.
Yeah. Not on this stream
Um,
anyway. So what else have you been looking at recently? Because to be honest, since I've been away for a little bit, so I haven't actually been trading at all. Like I made my first couple of trades today. One was a long on a 15-minute on GU on cable, which was an
yeah.
okay trade. And other than that, for the last 4 months, I have not been trading at all. So I'm taking it a little bit easy, and just gradually getting in there, not swinging for home runs, just trying to get my legs back and just tiptoe into the water. But what have you been looking at?
Well, that must be nice though to be able to like take that break. I usually like I try to take breaks, but it's hard not it's hard to get away from the markets. But yeah, when you get that break, it's refreshing. It's really nice to be able to get back and have that new energy.
Super nice. Yeah.
So what I'm watching, let's see, I'm on the wrong layout here, so I don't have my levels. Let's see if, yeah. So what I'm watching, like, honestly, I must say, like, I have a pretty bad reading today. It's just, I feel like Monday trading for me is very relaxed, and I want to take a
Yeah.
trade on Monday on my swing trading, because I've been going through my journal, and Mondays are just not profitable when on like it's somewhat profitable, but not even close to the other days of the week. So I tried to have a more relaxed approach on Mondays, but we looked at this one in the Discord. So in the Discord we have Coffee with Traders. I'm sure there's some of you in here who joined us this morning. If you're not in the Discord, if you are a member of The 5ers, if you're trading with The 5ers and you're on the hub, you have access to the Discord server. So make sure you check that out, where we have sessions only for the people in the Discord as well. And I talked about this trade, and I think on Euro AD, I want to see a breakout here, and I think we have a good trend going here. I want to see this overall trend continue to the upside. I'm looking to because yeah, I mean I'm seeing this like break of structure here, possibly, right? You have that kind of like where you have this, so that's what I'm hoping for. And actually, right now we have that 1 hour bullish engulfing candle, and let's remove all of this stuff. Now, if we do this, we put the fib on from here. What we have
That's
is actually
Euro Australian dollar. Let me have a look at that. I'll pull that chart.
yeah, Euro 80, yeah. So what I like about this one is we had, so this is when the market opened today. Like this, around this time is where the market opened. So we have the weekly open going straight through here. And we had to move to the upside, hit resistance, and now we bounced on that weekly open again. So I think if this is the breakout move, I think this was or is a really good time to enter. So if I would enter based on this candle, I would probably look at something like this, a fairly wide stop loss, and then just look at profit targets up here for like a 3R or something like that.
Yeah.
So now, because of the fact that the entry's gone, I'm not sure if I should get in on this, especially not with I've marked up this level as resistance, and I'm usually very careful. I'm trying to not get in at resistance. It's usually not, buying resistance is usually not a good thing. So yeah, I think this is something I will have to monitor. Maybe during the course of this live stream, we'll have a breakout, and maybe if we get that breakout, I'll be able
I
to.
I can see I can see the reason why you would go for that long, and I can see
Yeah,
it's probably taking the highs on that on more like on the 4 hour. I can see that taking you on the 1 hour. So on the 4 hour, I can see it taking the highs.
yeah,
It's hit the top. Obviously, it was accumulating range in just a little bit, broke out of that little range, and then it's just retested the top. So a nice. I would personally would look for a long as well, just to take the highs off that, but you never know.
exactly. And then also we have like, I don't know, like we have the daily. It seems like get a move like this into resistance. There's a lot of things that have to align here for me to take this trade, because there is there is a strong resistance area here, I would say. So yeah, I think that's also a good reason not to go long here, because I don't know, like I want that extra confirmation.
What EMAs are you using?
So here I'm using the 20, and the 50. So the blue one is the 20, and then you got the 50.
Are those SMAs or EMAs? They look like EMAs.
The EMAs.
Yeah. Okay, sick.
So it's the same on the you see these dotted lines right here. Those are the 20 and 50 on the daily as well. So I try to.
It's a
I
little
want
bit
to.
resistant. See what you're saying now.
So I think for now, that's the only one that I kind of think makes sense, um, from my perspective. And other than that, it's like, I don't know, man. It seems like we had some really good moves leading into the beginning, the end of last week. And usually when we had those strong impulsive move on Thursday and Friday, I always have the feeling that we kind of need to cool off on Monday and find some levels on Monday. And I do feel like we had at least the trades we were in, or I were in during the live trading rooms last week. We had some good runners, and I don't know. It kind of feels like the market needs to cool off. Like you see on USD here, you have that resistance level getting hit here. USD CAD hitting that resistance. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I have a feeling that today might not be.
Can you show
Wow,
me
look at
what
that.
the trade you took last week? Because I haven't looked at, again, I haven't seen the charts or anything. So it would be nice just to get a little bit of a rundown how your trade went, what you were looking at, and what
Yeah.
your thought process was before that. Because I think a
Yeah.
lot of people out here would be really interested to see that. That'd be cool.
Awesome. Let's go through it. We can look at CAD JPY. We had a trade. I believe that was the beginning of last week.
Just if people don't know, Jonatan is a funded trader at the 5ers. So he's not just some random guy that is just taking over the 5ers trading room. He is official. He's a funded trader, and he's very good at mostly a swing trader. You'd say yourself a 4 hour swing
I think
trader.
I think I think the last. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm both, definitely. I think last couple of months I've transitioned more into the lower time frame. So I actually execute more in the 5 minute now than I did before with the 4 hour, because I feel like I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. Being a swing trader,
Yeah.
I have the time to look at the screen, so I'm leaving a lot of money on the table when swing trading. So now I try to have that swing trading bias, but
Yeah.
I look at the lower time frames for entry on kind of like the same setups, right? But with tighter
Yeah.
stop loss. And yeah, so for those wondering, here's the MT5 with the 160K account. And what I do with TradingView, you guys are going to see me, and I mentioned this in the past as well, but you will see me trade the my Oanda. So you see here it says Oanda Live. That's my Oanda account. I have connected to TradingView, and then I have that account connected to a copy trader. So you'll see here, if I enter any trades today, you'll see that I entered them on TradingView, and then you'll see them pop up here directly under. And I'm also doing
Do
another
you do that
challenge
because
here.
you like trading on TradingView, or is it just because you just want to copy all your trades to every other accounts?
Well, I started trading crypto, right? And if you ask around, with crypto only traders, they have no idea what MetaTrader is, right? So we
Yeah.
start, we started trading crypto, or I started trading crypto, and I learned everything I can from TradingView, and then I traded on the crypto exchanges directly, but I did all my analysis on
Bitfinex. I
TradingView.
use on Bitfinex,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
remember that old
yeah,
school.
Bittrex. Bittrex was the best.
No, not Bittrex, Bitfinex. Bittrex is
Yeah,
even older. That's the even
yeah,
like
yeah. I in
OG.
2017, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, guys. Like in 2017, I had the most bulletproof trading method on Bittrex. I literally went on the exchange. I looked at the highest gainers of the day, and I went all in. That worked.
Do you know what? It's funny because we laugh at that, but you know what? You could have done that in 2021 and it would have done the exact same. Honestly, it's
Yeah,
crypto's
it's
that wild.
insane. In 2017, everything you bought made you money. I'm not kidding. Until it didn't, right? But there was a time when you just went all in on everything, that the shittiest meme coin, shit coin, you had no idea what the purpose of that altcoin was. You just knew that it's up 300%, maybe it's gonna go to 1,000, and it usually did. So that was
Probably
good
not the best
times. Good
trading.
times.
Yeah, good crazy times.
Yeah,
Crazy
but
times.
so TradingView, yeah, I love TradingView. I think it's great, and it's the platform I know. Then in 2019, when I started with Forex, I went over to MetaTrader. I'm like, yeah, this is different. So that's that's why I'm using TradingView. All right, let's go over these trades. Let's see if we can. We'll have them on here. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna look at this and kind of like show you the reasoning behind this. I think the general idea here, obviously, is looking at the 4 hour. We have what I would say a neutral to bullish trend. I think most that watch it say, yeah, it's bullish if we get above that level. Could reach higher targets. So we got that higher low, higher highs. Maybe we'll see something like this, right? So overall, I'd say this is somewhat bullish. On the 1 hour, we have a clean level right here. So I go down to the 15 minute, and I see that, or was it the one? Yeah, the 5 minutes, I think it was. Yeah. So I'm watching this and I'm thinking, so I first had a failed trade here the week before, but the idea is
To
pretty
go
much,
long.
yeah, exactly. I had a failed long here where, let's just say, a
Yeah.
break and retest of this level.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to do something similar where it breaks above this level. So I want to make sure that it's not, it's the fake out. So that's why I can move up, and then I want to actually see the bounce and price to move like this. I want to make sure that the bounce happens before I buy. So I wait for confirmation. A lot of people, they don't want to wait, want to wait for confirmation, which might be a good thing. It's all about, if you're making money doing that, just continue doing it, right?
Yeah.
But so that's a test. That's the breakout. Then we have that test of so I put the fib on for that move, the low to the high, and then we test the 50% fib. We got the 20 EMA on the 5 minute here, and then stochastics below 30. So those are my entry criterias. First, I need a break and retest, and the retest needs to happen inside this area. It needs to happen on the 20 EMA, and
Yeah.
stochastic needs to be below 30. So then what I do is, when I have that confirmation with not just one bullish candle, but that next bullish engulfing, I guess you could call it, and I then look at levels on the 4 hour for profit targets, which is going to be this level here. I just think it kind of makes
Sticks out.
sense here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that one, and now I'm in the trade. I have a very tight stop loss, but I think what I did here was, I thought, we might have something like this, but I might get another entry on this. But the stop loss is obviously a bit too tight. I think in hindsight, I mean, this is a 4.3 yard trade. I should have probably placed my stop loss here to give it enough room, because you never know. You might have a wick down to take out these lows.
Yeah.
So this would have been the good trade. This is the risky trade. Now, fortunately for me, it worked out quite well. So now that I'm in this trade, I want to make sure that I secure the trade when it's like confirmed. So I want to see price kind of move up here. And when it starts testing this level, that's where I move stops to entry. Maybe take some profits. I'm kind of like working on my strategy on like how to take profits and secure the position. So if price moves up here and then hits my stop loss, at least I could have made some money if I took 25% profit or something here. So we'll see price is breaking out here. So at that point, I'm moving the stop till below these wicks.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's in quite good profit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not taking profits here. I'm just patiently waiting for that TP to hit or for a higher low to be created. So if price moves, for example, like this, I'm gonna move my stops here, and then the trade, trade is secured in
Trailing
profit.
it up with the next lows, basically.
Yes, I'm just trailing my stop up based on price action and the new lows. So I think a lot of people they ask me like, do you trail your stop with a certain pips or a certain percentage? But I like to look at price action and determine that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have that TP hit, and that's the trade.
Nice, super clean.
Yeah.
How do you go about when you get into your charts? Because I take it you look quite like I can see, like obviously your watch list. How do you
Yeah.
go through and pick which charts are in play, which currencies, the ones that you want to look at for the day and focus on? Because if you're going on a 5 minute, it can probably get super noisy going through so many different charts. So how do you like actually go through and pick the ones that you want to trade?
I think that's where my experience from swing trading comes in. So my whole process for scanning the markets when swing trading has helped me here. So what I do is I have a watch list here on TradingView. You can't see it because I have my face in the way. But if I do like this, you'll see that I have a 1 and a 2. And then down here, I have a 3. So what I do is usually on Sundays, it's going to look something like this, where everything is on the third list. So now I got some crypto here, but I'm going to remove that one. So I have another watch list for crypto. But here is the watch list. So now you can see I have 48 pairs. So 48 pairs. Every Sunday, I look at the 4-hour and I basically just go through every pair. And if I see something that is remotely interesting, if I like the market structure just even a little bit on the 4-hour, I move it up to the second list. So I might have something like this on the second list. So that takes me about 20 minutes. Just go through just an overall, high time frame scan. And then when I'm on the second list, it's time to choose the best ones for the first list. So I go through the 4-hour and then I go into the 1-hour. And I see, for example, on NCD you got the 4-hour, quite messy, not really sure. Maybe we'll we have an uptrend here. Maybe get something like a move up here to the monthly open, go into the 1-hour. It's just quite messy, not really sure what to do here. And then on the 15-minute, I'm not sure. I'm just not seeing anything clear here, which means it's going to stay on the second list. And then I go to Euro AUD and I say, well, a minute, here's something interesting going on. This might be a trade for tomorrow. I'm moving that up to the first list. And then I might have a first list that looks like this. And now list number 1 is the only list I look at during the trading week. So that's the process.
That's super nice way of organizing it. And that's
and I think it's 48 pairs. It's just there's no way I'm going to go through the 5 minute on all of them. So it's kind of like letting my high time frame swing trading bias dictate which of the pairs I'm going to look at. And usually I'll have 3 or 4 out of these that are giving me setups. And if I'm not seeing anything on these, well, I have time to go through the second list. If I can't find anything, we'll go through the third list again. But usually there will be something on the first list. I wish I went in on this one. I really do. Good to hear, Terry. Oh man, maybe you can help answer this question, right? So where in the
Where do I
dashboard?
access the dashboard, the Discord? There should be a little icon with the Discord, like an icon with Discord logo in your dashboard. It should be super. Just go
Yeah, I
into the
think
hub, go onto your
yeah, the
dashboard.
hub. Yeah, I think you have to go to press your profile or something, and then it's going to be like on the upper right
Right.
corner a Discord icon. So you join that, and then you'll have a voice chat with Coffee with Traders, and you got a lot of different channels with lots of people sharing trading ideas and
Super,
whatnot.
super good community. A lot of people in there.
Yeah, I love it.
I hope you're going to actually get an option to get into this trade, because I think this is going to take up the highs on the overall bigger time frames. To be honest,
Do you want to
it
get in
does
on
look like,
this?
it does look like a good, nice trade. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
seeing
So,
it didn't break that lower low at the bottom there, so it looks
so
good to go.
what I can do here is, so we're on the 15 minutes now, so we still have the 5 minute and the 1 minute to kind of find. So you obviously, if I go to the 5 minutes, you'll see that you have we have a downtrend here, and it's probably going to be like a double bottom, like a W here on the 5 minutes. So if you go to the 5 minutes, you'll see that that double bottom, but we have not retested this level yet. Like it's not, yeah, it's not a clean breakout. We have multiple candles, but if we go to the 1 minute, yeah, the 1 minute is very messy down there. But I mean, we might have something like this, right? And perhaps we'll get a chance of something like that.
Mhm.
But again, this zone is resistance. I want to show you something else.
Let's go.
I think this is a good example because we're talking about not going long at resistance.
Mhm.
So we have the same structure here. Okay, got the same structure. This is on the 4 hour though, but price action is fractal. Doesn't really matter what time frame we're on. It's just the same. So
Correct.
we got this level, and I'm looking at the exact same thing here. I want to get in on I'm going to get in on that move. Like we have that bounce, and then it's like breaking out, and I decided to get in here because we're breaking above that level. And then you look at like every time we're trying to get above the level, it kind of looks the same. So you have same structure here, same structure here. So what I'm looking at, so this is actually a really bad trade. But I remember taking this trade where I'm like, I remember exiting here for half an hour loss, and I remember being in this trade, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like why are you taking this trade? Like again, you're going long resistance, and it's funny because you've been trading for many years. I've been trading for many years, and some days we're gonna make the same mistakes as we did, back in the
Yeah.
day, and I mean we're gonna tell ourselves like why did you do that again? The exact same thing that you have written down in your journal not to do, and I think the less mistake you do like that, the more profitable you're gonna become.
100%.
I think that's what it's all about. So yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to show was the the structure of these retests. That they all look the same. There's no change in behavior. Now you go to Euro AUD, and I need to wait for that change in behavior because there's no. I don't really see it here. We have
When you
a
go
move
back,
up
you go back onto the last chart. What chart were you on before?
as Euro GBP.
Uh, okay, and that's on
E-
the. It was on the 4 hour you were on before.
Yeah, I was this level above here.
Mm.
So I think it's just
Okay.
so if you look at Euro AUD here, what would be it? Because look, like every time we went above this level, we went straight down, and then we tried straight down, up and straight down. Now the highs are becoming higher. So yeah, we have, I would say, overall, like a bullish momentum or a bullish push into this general area. But what would really be a change in behavior would be something like this, because that would be a higher low, but it has also never happened on the break of this level. So I think that's why I'm waiting. That's why I'm trying to stay patient here.
Nice. What's everybody else trading? Has any of you been on any trades today, or you're looking at anything? And we can go and do a little bit of looking at your charts and seeing what you guys are thinking.
Okay, get GU here. Let's take a look at that one. We actually looked at this in the trading room this morning, and what we did was we had a trade idea, a long idea here, where we wanted to, let's see if we get that high. Yeah, so this was the trade basically, where I believe we looked at entering somewhere down here, profit target at the highs, and then stop loss down here. So I actually pulled up this earlier, and it actually looks really good now. So you hit that 50 like perfectly. So yeah, hopefully someone followed that trade idea in the Coffee with Trader session this morning. I believe those are recorded, right?
I went long on GU.
Nice.
Something a little bit similar on that trade this morning today.
So if we're doing an analysis on like the current price, I think
still in a massive range though.
Yeah,
Still
exactly. I don't know about you, but
sorry, mate. What did you say?
No, I don't know about you, but when you look at when you look at the 4 hour and you see this massive range, it kind of takes away the idea of. I mean, I want to be. I'm a trend trader, right? So I see this massive range, and it kind of. I don't really feel it, I want to switch in a chart, but then you look at the 1 hour and it's like, oh, it's looking pretty good.
You know, we were talking about doing mistakes that you do at the start. For me, getting into a trade in the middle of a range, so do you really want to be getting into those types of trades? But
but then again, I mean. That there's I mean, if you look at a trend like a range trading strategy, I like it's like where you have range lows and range highs and then the middle of range, and whenever price creates a trend and reclaims the middle of the range, there is a fairly high possibility that price is going to run up to range highs. So you would have the like full range resolution. So if you do have a very clean trend inside that higher time frame range, it kind of makes sense to be trading off the middle. Like we have here on GBP USD. So a target for GBP USD, I would probably put it somewhere here. So if I were to enter this trade based on, let's say, the 15 minute, which is not super clean, maybe the 1 hour is better. Yeah, because you have the like bullish engulfing, maybe something like that. I mean, yeah, it would still be a 2 hour trade, so decent R on that one. Very wide stop loss. It might work, even though it's in the range. Oh, we got. Is that silver? No, is that gold? That's gold.
Gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of levels on here. I think. If you guys want me to watch anything, look at any pairs, it would be great if you specify what time frame you're interested in. So if you're looking for a swing trade on the 4 hour daily, or if you're interested in more like a 1 minute or 5 minute entry, so I know what levels we can look at. But yeah, and we have
trades on every single time frame as well. Somebody that's looking for a long on 4 hour daily, somebody's looking for shorts on 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. So.
Yeah, that's the beauty of trading. Is there's something for everyone, really. I think we have. Let's look at the daily. I know we have we're going to be looking at the 1 minute to 5 minute, but even though we're looking at the 1 minute to 5 minutes, for me, it's important to mark out like the daily levels just to get an idea of what's going on here. And then the 4 hour, that's a good level on the 4 hour as well. And then we have this level on the 1 hour. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it's just this I'm not really seeing anything here. Yeah, it's just very, very messy. Even on the, I mean, if the spreads allow, and I know we have really good spreads, but I also know that it's a different ballgame when you're looking at commodities. So you got to make sure that you're watching the spreads when trading, oil, gold, silver, whatever. And I mean, yeah, you're looking at the 1 minute, and there is perhaps a shorting opportunity here. But then again, you got to remember, like, if you short this, you're on support. You're on high time frame support. There's a support level going through this area on most time frames. But there is, I guess, a possibility that this local trend will, continue lower. Something like this. But would I trade this? That probably not. Probably not.
USD CAD intraday.
All right. So let's just look at the 4 hour here. So what I'm seeing is I would say that this is an uptrend, and then you have like a breakout. Here's a range, and now
retest, maybe.
Yeah, I would say like you have a primary uptrend, but you have a local downtrend. So there's like the secondary trend would be bearish. So if we were trading up here, I would say maybe short down here. But now we're right in the middle, like we're right in the middle of support and resistance. But then we have that structure. So this looks interesting.
For me, that would be a no trade until I see it breaking a little bit above the prior height there. Exactly. Yeah. If it breaks above that, retest back down into that level, then I'd probably take a long and take it to the higher high, like the local higher high.
You mean here?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I would probably just take it up to that level. But yeah, I think if you could let it run, because yeah, I mean, you do have that overall bullish structure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be sick. That would be a big trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
Could give you a lot of opportunities to add as well, to add little bits as you go along, maybe put a little bit in to start off with to see how it goes. And then maybe add a little bit as it depends where you're looking at. But if you're looking at a 4 hour, you could look on the lower
what's your approach with scaling? Because I had a stream with Soul, and I also talked with Michael, and they both are very big with scaling into positions.
Yeah. So I actually had a similar conversation with them probably like 2 years ago about scaling into positions. So when I was doing, one of the challenges here, because I love doing the challenges, I started breaking up positions, taking my overall risk, breaking it up into 3 or 4, and gradually getting in. Now, it's fine. Like, I don't mind doing that, and I did pass the challenge. I prefer just getting in just with the full amount of risk at the place that I want to get in, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's simpler too. I mean,
just simpler. I don't have to think. I don't have to think too much more about it. I don't know. I personally don't do it, but for other people it works. Like, I know Mickey or Michael, he would get in a little bit of the position. If it goes against him, then he will put in a little bit more. If he continues, then he'll put a little bit more, and then obviously when it goes his favor, then he will enter the last little bit. But each to their own,
Yeah, I think for me, I do like getting in fully, the full position, but I'm trying to like experiment more with scaling in, because I do think there there's something to that, when you just see a good level, like this is a really good level, you probably should be buying that level, but then you wait for confirmation. So I do think there's something to, getting in early.
Yeah.
All right. Do you consider fundamentals in your trading approach? Yes, I do. I do. Not
Ellis,
in terms.
if that's the Ellis that I'm thinking about, Ellis is also a funded trader with us. I don't know.
Awesome.
Ellis, tell me if it's the Ellis that I know, and tell me if you are the funded trader I'm talking about. It is, yeah. How you doing, Ellis? We had an interview as well on the channel. If you guys want to go and see it as well. He was actually at
Awesome.
Traders Day Live. He got, I think it was 3rd place in Traders Day Live, the event we had in London. Got a free account, passed the free account, got another account, and also scaled that account as well in the space of like 2-3 months. It was great.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, maybe we should. Maybe I should ask him instead. Are you using fundamentals in your trading approach? Let me know in the comments. And I think it would be great to know as well. So the way I use fundamentals in my trading is I don't trade based on fundamentals, but I try to stay out of the markets when there's actually high impact news events. So if I'm using TradingView, I have the economic news calendar right here, and then also I'm looking at what is it, FX Daily, I believe, or Forex Factory. There's a lot of different economic news calendars, and I check this one, high importance, so I only get the high importance, the high impact news events, and then I look at today and tomorrow to make sure that. So for tomorrow, for example, I have 1:30 a.m. tonight. I got some business people coming together, talking about business, trying to move the the dollar higher, probably. So if I get let's say I'm trading at 8 in the evening tonight, I get a signal or whatever, I'm like, I gotta enter this trade on 80 USD, and I forget to check this, and I wake up and it's like a big wick taking up my stop loss. Happens almost every time I forget to check this. So that's the only way I'm incorporating news into my trading style. Basically what I do is, when I'm swing trading, I make sure that there's no major news event around the time of entry, or next couple of hours after my entry. And if I'm trading, if I'm scalping or day trading, I would not trade through any of the major US news event like CPI or inflation data, FTMO, not FTMO, FOMC is the name, and then we'll have NFP. There's so many different names for the US.
You can have such a good trade, and then suddenly, news can just take it out, and it's just. And you got like red folder news absolutely like every single day as well. So it's just one of those things. Just have to keep an eye on it, I guess.
Look at that. We had the retest right there on the 5 minutes on Euro 80. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, you look at this, like that high wick is like at the almost exact high of the level that I put on. So we're looking at this and I'm like, you know what? Look at that. Is it 5 minutes?
I'm not going to say what I would do since I'm not putting my money on.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
But that would, go in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take a trade here. I'm probably gonna take a trade here. I will, however, because I'm watching, because I'm actually I have pretty. I'm gonna scale in. I'm gonna take his 0.2, and then I'm gonna try to get in with more. The more confirmation I get. So probably 25, 0.25. So I'll have the opportunity to scale in four times. Yep. So I'm just going to market enter here at current price with 0.25% risk. So you'll see that I have the buy order right here. So this is the profit on this is going to be 83 because it's just a I think it's an
Nice little-
80 or 9K account. But then on MT4, which I believe this is obviously not. So the way I'm doing this, let me just quickly explain. So 1%, 1% on this account is actually about 0.25 on this account. So I'm risking on full risk, I'm risking on the funded account here 0.25%, and on the account Oando account I'm risking 1%. So you'll see that this is, I mean,
best way to your account.
yeah, it's just a very small position here.
One of
But
the
yeah, we'll see.
biggest problems that I see with funded traders once they get the account is they still trade their funded account like they're trading the challenge, whereas
Yeah.
super aggressive, super high risk, and you know you could get like some good trade, like you can get some good profits, but you know eventually you're going to have those big losses, and then you're going to go on tilt, and then you're going to make some mistakes, and then you lose your account. Whereas you're doing what you're doing, even if you're right or wrong on the trade, a quarter of a percent risk that you would normally take is not going to hurt you, and it isn't going to hurt your psychology either. So
no, and now it's like it's not even a quarter of a percent. It's like 0.12% at this point. So it's like it's nothing. But yeah, I think when I kind of switched my mindset to seeing technical analysis as a tool to protect capital and a tool to a risk management tool, and not a way to just make money, because a lot of people they look at technical analysis and it looks like this is a tool to make money. But when trading for a prop firm, you have to think differently, because you're getting a pretty a big amount of money. Like it's, I mean, on my account, like that's a lot of money, 160K USD. That's a lot of money, and you don't have to, like, you make 1%. That's 1.6K. I know people that would, I mean, obviously, I live in Sweden. It's quite expensive here, but you live in a cheap country. 1.6K USD. That's a lot of money.
Good few massages in Thailand. That is, yeah.
Yeah, and I
You
mean
got
it's
massages for a whole month. I'm telling you.
exactly, man. It's 1%. So my goal is to make 5% a month. That's a really good month for me to make 5%. If I make 1%, I mean, I'm happy with that. But if I make 1% on my my personal account, that would not be the same amount of money. And also, it's important to remember that the stop loss limit is 6%. So you lose 6%, your account is gone. And I think it's very, very important to keep that in mind when you get your payout. So when you request your payout, that will like the progress of the account won't change. You still have, like, you will still be as close to that 10% limit, but you'll be reset at 0 when it comes to
so
that risk.
withdrawing profits isn't going to take away from the potential of your scaling, which is fantastic.
Exactly.
That means you can still take profits and still scale your account, as long as you're not being crazy. And as soon as you take a payout, then you go 20 lots all in and just blow it straight away, because that would be
So I think and if you risk 1% per trade, and you use consistent risking 1% per trade, and you get 6 losses in a row, you're gone. It's like it's over. Imagine if you risk like 2% per trade. That's 3 losses in a row and you're gone. So it's like you gotta risk small. And I do recommend, not as financial advice obviously, but I do recommend that you risk insanely small when starting out. Like risk the amount of money that you don't even care about losing, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, sometimes as well you got to, on the trades that or you feel like you've seen that pattern before and you've got good statistics around, then obviously you can add the little bit of extra money in there and just risk a little bit more on those particular trades. Like there's some bread and butter trades that you've seen like loads of times, and you're going to put a little bit of extra risk on there. But there are some trades that you're taking a little bit of a punt at, and everybody punts sometimes. And
yeah, like this one.
Yeah, but it's a calculated punt, to be honest. And at the end of the day, you put a place where your plan was, okay, if it comes down to this area, I'm gonna get in, and you went with the plan. So for me, it's a calculated punt, to be honest.
Yeah, I get it. I think I want to cover this because I do think this both makes sense and not, because like for me it's like I would still
yeah. That's I kind of agree with him, but the end of the day, that's how I trade it like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, even if so let's say, I mean, you have a 6% stop loss. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're trading, trading for us, for the 5ers, or you got your hedge fund on Wall Street. Like, you're not going to lose 6%. If you lose 6%, you're out of there.
You're out of there.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have millions and millions and millions in your trading account, if you lose 6% of that, that's a lot of money. You're out of that. It doesn't matter if you have a drawdown limit or not. Like, it's not like you could say that just because you're with a prop firm, you have to take into consideration the drawdown. Well, if you have a personal account, would you just throw away 10% just like that? I mean, obviously, you have to have a solid risk understanding of risk and risk per trade, even if you're trading $1 million or honestly like $1,000, because yes, there's a difference, but it's the same when it comes to the drawdowns, and it's just math, right?
Yeah,
which I'm very bad at. But I'm
you just got to understand the risks and things like that. But even if you've got the 6% drawdown, what I would do is take that 6% and I would just divide it by 10. Like if I have 10 losing trades in a row, and I normally go for, let's say, 1 to 3R, and I have a strike rate of around about, depends, sometimes it could be 60%, sometimes it could be a bit less, but that just having that 1 to 3 covers all of my losses. So it shouldn't really get to the point where I'm losing 10 trades in a row. So that's why I don't mind taking that drawdown, the max drawdown in your prop account, dividing it by 10 trades, 10 bullets, if you want to call it like that, and you've got 10 shots, and you trade it like that. That's how I do it in any way. And some people may be different. Some people liked when they get their funded account using much more, So.
Yeah, I think so. This is an interesting question, right? Because I believe that we have the prop, we have prop accounts, all right? We have the challenges and we have the accounts, so that you don't have to flip those small accounts. Because if you have like a small account and you're like, what's the best risk management to grow a small account? Like, if there were a system, an approach where you could just take a small amount of money and just grow that quickly, then everyone would do it. It's
the same risk management as you would do on the big account. Like, it's the same trading. It's the exact same trading. The fact, unfortunately, is, and this is why prop firms in general are so popular, is because in trading, it takes money to make money. That's it. You could be the best trader in the world. If you haven't got the capital, then you're not going to make that life-changing money. And that's why prop firms are so popular. Now, if you've got a small account and that's all you have, the best way to do is grind it out and get the skill where you're making the 5% a month, or even let's say you put $100 into your account, or $1,000. It doesn't really matter. You've got the target of, let's say, okay, I want to make 10%, not in a time frame, but I want to make 10% on this account, and you slowly grind to that 10%. As soon as you make that, then maybe it shows to you that you have got the skills to actually start with a prop firm and get that capital. So I wouldn't even look at about the flipping mentality on in Forex is such a toxic mentality, because it
Yeah.
gets you used to over leveraging. It gets you used to feeling about those big amounts of money where you haven't got money to afford to do that. And when you get to a prop account, all you want to do is put loads of money on there, and your brain isn't necessarily ready for that type of risk and that level of risk at the time. So it's something about slowly training yourself. It's like you go to the gym, you don't just pull up a bench of 100 kilo and just bench that straight away. You have to warm up, then you go on to 60s, then you go into 70s, and then you go for the bigger reps. People you can see in some of the biggest traders we've got in the 5ers, or somebody that's on Twitter who's shown off big accounts, they always go and turn around. They don't just get there overnight. It's something that they've built up over time. So if you're trying to flip a small account, wrong mindset. I wouldn't even go there. I would just focus on the same risk management you would at any time, risking 1%, 0.5%, or whatever. Just focus on getting the skill goal, not the monetary goal. The skill goal is what I would say to do. There's a bit of rap.
No, that's good, man. It's you're absolutely right. It's a toxic mentality. Like the Forex industry is just filled with these ludicrous statements of like, I'm gonna like you see people like, I'll take this 1K account, I'm gonna turn it 100,000. Like, follow me. Like, yeah, it never happens. Like it never happens. And when it does,
I have to drop his name. Alex FX or someone. I think it was Alex FX.
Oh yeah.
What was it like? $100
Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy. I was just like, can't be that like, please don't be that gullible to understand that this is just not. It's just not.
It's just another 100K flipped, another 5K account flips. Like, yeah, I'm making millions a day. Like, yeah, that's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. And like, there's no proof, there's nothing, no follow up. It's just, God.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Super easy to get sucked in by it though. Super easy. If you haven't been trading for a while and you're brand new, super easy to get sucked in if you don't know how everything works.
Yeah, I want to comment this quickly. So going around circles for a couple of weeks, like, so this is the reality of trading, right? So you see going around, like, that's what I do on a regular basis, going around circles in a, for a couple of weeks in my trading. It's like I have a good month, then I have a bad month. All right, I have 2 good weeks and I have 4 bad weeks. But guess what? Like 20% of my trading, or as they say, and this is really true, 80% of my profits, they come from 20% of my trading. So if you look at a year, it's like 3 months out of that year is really what pays for everything. All right, so there is it's you gotta become friends with the idea of losing and being uncomfortable, because you're gonna be losing a lot. Even with a 50% win rate, you lose every other trade, and most traders have perhaps lower than 50% win rate, which means you're losing more than you're winning. So you have to be okay with that, and you have to be okay with the frustration of, like you say, is going around in circles and not really knowing. But that's when you can also, you can take a step back, take a break, view the situation from another perspective. The pair on my chart is Euro AUD, and I'm currently on the 5 minute. It's looking great, looking really good here. I'm underwater.
Let's see what happens. Something I want to actually add to what that guy said. Sorry, mate. Is that the turtle traders? I don't know if you've heard of them. There's a good book that talks about turtle traders. Their strike rate was abysmal. Like their strike rate was 10% or something crazy. Like they would lose throughout the whole year nearly every single trade, and they were trend traders. As soon as they found that one specific trade and they just let it run, that did all of the profits for the entire year and covered all of their losses. So you may feel, again, it's all about statistics, all about looking at what is worked for you. And trading's a long-term game, to be honest. Super long, lifetime game. Sorry, mate.
No, it's good. So I got some alerts here. I'm just gonna, not very important. Why don't you add at this level? Yeah, because
Underwater.
because it
Good.
looks like shit. It like
Yeah.
I think it looks so. I think like the reason the reason why I entered this trade was because we not even like because we had like a I was because this candle like yeah we had a green candle like yeah the wick the green candle let's enter. So why don't I well because I shouldn't like honestly, I shouldn't have entered this trade. If I was not doing a live stream, I would not have entered this trade. So if I continue like this, if I continue like this, I need to be
I
careful with the
still have
live
faith
trading
in this
rooms.
trade. Like I still have
Yeah,
faith in this trade.
of
And
course.
again, the plan in hindsight, it's all good. But in the plan at the
Yeah.
end of the day was there and you got in. And I still think this is still, it's a little bit of consolidation before it goes up. That's the way I'm looking at it. Ooh, a little bit of choppiness, but it's
Yeah, well the thing is, so
let's have a look for a minute.
I did enter with 0.25%, so it's good, it's all right. But the thing is like I said all along, if we get this move, then yeah, I'll get in. I'll get in. Now, if we would have had that move, I would have entered with full risk, full risk. But
Yeah.
now it's kind of like honestly, like I'm going, and every time before I enter a trade, I try to like analyze my emotional state of mind. Like, am I super stressed, or am I like, do I have anxiety over this trade? If I do feel like super stressed, it's better to just not take the trade. But now with this entry, I really did feel like, you know what, it's I did my homework. It looks good. If I risk, small, I'm completely okay with this trade hitting stop loss.
It was
If
good the
this,
way as well because if people were there and actually listened, you're like, not too sure, so I'm going to go less risk than I would.
yeah,
You actually took that decision when you saw the price action, and there's me going, yeah, just go, just get in, get in, get in. You
yeah,
took yourself back a little
you
bit.
definitely,
I definitely pressured you into this one,
yeah, you're
but
definitely
still thinking
responsible
that.
for me
But
losing money today.
the good thing is that you felt a certain way. So you know what? I'm going to take a little bit less than I would put on there. And some people it works good for them. Some people just like staying really mechanical with the way they trade. I'm more of a discretionary trader, and I know some other people are as well. So each to their own, but I still think it's a good trade.
Yeah, and then also like you look at my stop loss, like there's a reason why the stop loss is here, because I don't think like the overall trend and the overall idea is not invalidated in my opinion until we, because if we do break these lows, then yeah, I think it's highly likely that we can like go down here, and then we have a much different structure. Now it doesn't look like a local trend; it looks like a range, right? And we just lost the middle of the range. So my stop loss, it's very very important that at least when I'm placing my stop loss, I make sure to place it at the invalidation level, where I think if price comes down to that level, the idea is invalidated. So I could have just placed my stop loss here, and I would probably have been stopped out by at least the spreads on Oanda, because the spreads on Oanda is terrible compared to the 5ers.
Fiverr's
Yeah,
got zero spreads. Well, starting off with zero spreads anyway.
yeah, it's insanely good spreads.
I've seen spreads like that since I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've never seen spreads like that. Honestly, like when I started trading with the 5ers, I'm like, dude, this is I keep getting stopped out on the Wanda, but my positions are always open on the 5ers, which is pretty cool.
Best. Do you know what? It's the best time ever to be a trader. You have literally everything, all the tools. You've got all the different softwares. You've got the best conditions. To be a trader now is just like, the best job in the world.
Apart from what we talked about earlier with the mentality of social media, I think traders, like generally, if you want to become a trader today, you got to take it a little bit easy with social media. I mean, I'm saying this on social media, and I want you guys to watch me and follow me on social media. But guys, be careful with who you're following on social media, because the mentality is like we talked about, flipping accounts, and that toxic behavior is just, it really destroys new traders like expectations of what's possible.
One of the biggest hurdles that I sometimes I come that's what I actually put that up as well. We'll see.
Yeah. God damn it.
One of the biggest things when I first got into crypto was over leveraging, because everybody was talking about, 50x or 100x like leverage all the time, and you get used to using high levels of leverage and the big numbers, and then when you go to trade like a small account or with less leverage, it loses that fun. And trading shouldn't be fun. Trading should be super boring. I know it's very cliche to say, and everybody says it, but it's super true. When you've done something over and over and over again, it gets boring. Like, it gets super boring. But the best times, again, I'll go back to the gym, the best times where you get the most results when you've been doing the same thing over again, it works. The same thing is just with the trading as well. And if it gets really fun, well, you're probably in a trade that's probably a little bit too much for you, or you're in the wrong trade and you're not going by your plans.
Definitely, good trading should be boring. I'm thinking if maybe there's somebody out there might see this live stream, and it should be very clear what to do. So you're going to push that price up, got support. Maybe there's
everybody just blow up on the screen, and it will actually push the price action upwards.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any of your banker friends or institutional traders out there. Maybe some smart money people could perhaps
I'll ring that Alex guy, that Alex GFX.
Oh yeah, we should tag him. Like, come here, flip my account.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it live.
It looks like it's going back to a break-even point at the moment. It looks good.
Yeah, it's my final opportunity to exit here before it breaks down.
Yeah, is that what you're planning to do?
No, but that's what I'm feeling though. Like, I'm watching this.
That's not what I am property saying. Exit is better than losing.
Yeah,
that's it.
Sticking to your plan is also a good idea to do.
Sticking to your plan.
Okay, so here's the plan. All right, so here's the plan. We got a level here. So I'm on the 5 minute here. So we get a level here, and we reclaim that level, and we're all good. So if we do something like this, I'm in the trade. But as soon as we kind of like get above here, we bounce here, and then fail to hold this level, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just wait till. Look at that! Look at that! So I'm in profit. I'm making about 10 bucks.
That's probably the price of a coffee and a croissant in France. That is extremely.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I was just in France actually, so literally everything is that expensive. Oh, Sweden's pretty expensive as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I took like a weekend on a hotel with my fiance this weekend, and like the minibar, you had a beer for like $9 something.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a bit expensive. And then you go we went out at the restaurant, and like this fancy restaurant, and I order a non-alcoholic beer because I don't drink alcohol, and that was, I believe, $9. So it's basically it's fucking water.
That's crazy, isn't it? Like I was, when you go, because we went I was doing a little bit of skiing. You expect really high prices, skiing. You expect them to absolutely kill you with the prices. But going back into the sea, I thought they would be a little bit better, but nope. It's super expensive in Europe at the moment.
It is. It really is.
Personally, I wouldn't have taken the buy. 4 hour candle would have kept me out. The big bearish one, I would. That's the beauty thing about trading, because everybody has the benefit of seeing what they want to see. It's such an expressive way of like expressing yourself. Like everybody's got different ways of looking at a chart and different theories and different It's just I just
Yeah,
love
and every
trading.
time you're in a long position, there's always going to be someone in the comments saying, I wouldn't have bought that." Like, yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
but I'm already in.
and it's
Like, I
making him
wish.
feel so much better
But yeah,
since
I
we were
mean,
underwater.
yes,
And
I mean, yeah, I mean, I look at the 4 hour, and it did close off. Yeah, it did not close very well. But then again, I mean, this it's a good level here. It
yeah, look,
basically it
it's
held that level. So I would not agree. I think that this 4 hour close is a reason to long this, in my opinion.
yeah, because look, you had that quite a big push up, and then you got the two candles that didn't take
I
didn't engulf
I'm not in
the
I'm not
last.
in real. Yeah, I am in replay tool. Yes, I'm gonna remove that. Now I'm live. This is live. Um. Okay. So yeah, just to show you guys, like this is where we're Euro AD, right? It's Euro AD. Yeah, I believe
Probably
so.
just click on in your toolbox. If you click on the actual trade on the toolbox, it will come up. But there you go. You can do
All right. So I got that one. So here's the trade on MT4. I tried to make it as similar as possible to TradingView, but that's impossible because that I don't know, man. This software was created in the 70s. I don't know, maybe.
You know what? That's why I like it though. Honestly, it's
Oh,
just
really?
super. I think it's just super simple. Like, just easy, super simple. Like, yeah, I quite like it. Like going back to like new software, let's say, you know, Binance and stuff like that, or you got like Bybit and things like that. You know, it's okay, but I like MT5. Like I've got used to it over the years now.
Yeah, it's not.
Hey, we got some of the scruffy squad. Woo, woo. You gotta love Gary Langley's community and everybody over there. Fantastic community. If everybody wants to go over to Gary Langley and the Scruffy Squad, got lots of respect for those guys over there.
Yeah, I did see a couple of his live streams. He's hilarious. I love him.
Oh man, yeah, I love. He always tries to get me drunk. You know, I'm
really?
like, Gary, I'm trying not to drink this month. You know, and he's like, he looks at me funny, and he's like, I'm not listening to you. And then he just takes me to the bar, and I'm like, what? I'm not gonna drink with him. You know, it's
That's a good problem to have.
It's you know, it's one of those friends that you can't not drink with because he's just so funny. You know, he's got some of the cracking stories as well.
Amazing.
But yeah, I want a trade like this. I think we're probably never gonna, we're definitely not gonna see it hit take profit in this stream because it's gonna take a few hours.
No, man, I think we've already a bit over time. We usually try to stick with an hour during these sessions because people are. But yeah, we do have viewers are staying obviously, so they like watching me take unplanned trades and losing money. However, like, but this,
man, that was a really nicely planned trade. I liked it. I like the execution, man. It's great. But I reckon we should. Well, it depends what kind of timing. Maybe in the future, if people like longer live streams and stuff, maybe we can push it a little bit longer and see if we can get more trading because it is actually super tough coming into a trading room.
yeah,
And you've only got 1 hour, and you want to give the people a little bit of action, you know. And sometimes you like forcing trades, and sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. But if we have maybe the longer streams in the future, I don't know where this channel's going to go and what we're going to do and what you're planning for this channel as well, Jonathan. But
no, so I let me talk a little bit about that. So we're actually we actually do have huge plans here for the live trading room. So one idea that I have is, for example, we'll have like 3 hour long sessions with I might be starting and then someone else is taking over, and we're gonna like go back and forth between different people, so you guys will be able to like see us during a big part of your day basically. So that's something at least I'm trying to work on here, and I think it's going to be awesome. So I think everything, a lot will be centered around these live trading rooms where you'll see this live trading. So it's not just going to be me showing previous trades using the replay function. It's going to be live trading where you can actually follow along or see how we trade, because the way I'm trading and the way we're trading here, as a team here at the 5ers, we're trading the same way as you should be trading when you're on a challenge account or a funded account. So watching these live streams is actually a great way to learn how to get funded. So I think that, and that's my goal. I want to help as many people as possible get funded with these live trading rooms.
Perfectly said. And I've just taken, since I've been coming back, I want to get funded as well through the 5ers as well. So I'm taking a challenge, and you can watch me and see how I get on with that one. So I'm doing a 100K account, and we'll see. Because I love doing these challenges; they're good fun. Warm you up.
Yeah, me too. I have an active one right now, a 5K hyper growth, I believe it is, and
fastest way to 1 million, man. Honestly, I've seen people take those accounts, and in like a month, 2 months, they've already got to insane amounts of money. I think I put it on Twitter that a guy got 640,000 from one of the cheapest accounts in something like a month.
That's insane.
It's absolutely nuts. Unfortunately, then as soon as he got to the 640, either his luck ran out, or it was just too much money and then obviously he was just like he blew it. But still insane to go from such a small amount of money that you put in to such a big amount of funding. It's like,
and guys, if you have a funded account right now and you've taken 2 payouts, you're in like the top of the top, because this is I believe important statistics. Very few people get a funded account, and then, because usually when you get the first payout, you get so confident, you get insanely confident. It's really, really important that when you get that first payout, take a break, okay? Because you're not the best trader in the world just because you get a payout. When you get the second, third payout, that's when you can really say that you're at the top of your league in trading. Because I mean, yes, I remember when I got the first certificate, like, congratulations, you're funded. It's like, that's amazing, right? That's really, really amazing. And then I had to take a break because I was so happy to have that account. And then I got my first payout, and it's like, look at my payout, and that's when I started feeling like I became overconfident. And so after my first payout, I believe that's when my biggest drawdown in trading happened.
I was actually when I got funded. So as soon as I got, because I could breeze through the challenge, super easy. It was kind of too easy actually, and I think that's one of the reasons why we used to have 6% at the 5ers. And I was breezing through these 6% challenges, and I was like this is too easy. Like, you can't have the bar so low. Like, you really need to be able to find good traders, and somebody just putting on a little bit more leverage that they want and having an easy run. It was just too easy.
And I think it's important to remember that, I mean, the company makes money when the trader makes money. It's very important to make that point, because there's a lot of firms out there. There's a lot of firms out there, and we're not gonna go into detail on that, because you guys
I think it's actually important. It's important, but don't forget demo accounts with the 5ers. If you don't, it's kind of the perfect business model, really, because if they don't pass because you're not ready, or you're a crazy trader and you're just not being responsible, and you blow the account, well, we haven't lost any money, and the company still has overheads. You've got to pay my salary, you've got to pay the building, you've got to pay everybody else here. You've got a lot of people here, and it does cover different kinds of outgoings and stuff like that. So the company does make money when people lose demo challenges. But if you are on a live funding account with the instant funding, or you're on a funded boot camp or funded high stakes, that is totally live. And we make money when the trader makes money. But also, we've got a whole risk team here that are absolutely fantastic, and they balance the books, and it's a very green business model. So guys, if you want to make a prop firm, it's a very good business model.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of prop firms out there. They have very attractive challenges, very attractive challenges, and and a lot of firms out there, they don't provide live funds. and that's problematic, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I'm here with the 5ers, and because I reached out to Saul, the CEO, and I said like, I want to work with you guys. Like you're the top firm in the industry. I want to work with you guys. You have, you know, you're the one of the original ones. You're one of the few ones providing live funds. Like I want to work with you guys, and here we are. And I think it's important to be transparent about that as well, because you know, a lot of other firms are not.
Yeah, and I think I do laugh about it. Obviously, what I said earlier, it's actually very difficult to make a healthy prop firm. There's a lot of tech, there's a lot of salaries. Like everything here is bespoke. Everything here has been built up from, you know, from FS, from zero, and you know, it's a lot of hard work. You don't just wake up, you just don't open a prop firm. And I see a lot of cowboy prop firms that do that. Eventually you can see they've probably got such thin margins, they're probably going to be closed down and end up something, you know, like all of the other prop firms that have just gone missing over the last few months.
Yeah, and all of those prop firms, they have the same backend. I mean, it's the same. It's usually the
same
stuff.
company. Yeah,
same company doing everything. It's just a different name. So it's a white label solutions. You have the same exchange. You have the same spreads. You have the same everything. It's just a different company name, different brand. And you said, come buy my challenge. I have a, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to say like, ah, buy this challenge, you'll get a, you know, demo account if you make like 0.5% profit. I don't know. Like in the future, we're just gonna get weirder and weirder with the challenges until the bubble is probably going to burst at some point, and the real ones are going to be the ones standing their ground and, you know, solidifying their reputation in the industry. And one of those are the 5ers, and it's nice to be able to sit here in the live stream with the 5ers saying these things, you know.
Yeah, I believe that definitely.
Do you see this one? Do you look at that? I said this is my opportunity to get out. It's like that's the projection right there. All right.
Take care, man. It was lovely to be with you today. And guys, thank you very much for turning up. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, take care, guys, and thanks for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time tomorrow, same place.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at The 5ers. We'll see you in the next one.